Alex Hormozi doesn't sugarcoat success. He tells you the truth. Success isn't about excuses or luck. It's about results, and results come from relentless effort. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop blaming your circumstances and stop making excuses. The brutal truth is that if you want success, you have to earn it. This video is for those who are ready to hear the hard truth and take full responsibility for their future. Excuses are often the most powerful thing holding me back from achieving success. They provide a shield that lets me avoid taking responsibility for my actions, and they create a false sense of comfort. Every excuse I make is a justification for not doing the hard work required to reach my goals. At first, it seems harmless. I didn't have enough time. The market isn't right. Or I'm just not lucky enough. But these excuses are exactly what trap me in a cycle of mediocrity. They allow me to avoid the discomfort of failure, but at the cost of my potential. When I make excuses, I'm telling myself that my situation is beyond my control. That the reason I'm not succeeding is because of something external, be it timing, resources, or other people. This mindset is dangerous because it shifts responsibility away from me. I start believing that I'm powerless, that my success is determined by factors outside of my control. But the truth is, success is never determined by external circumstances. It's determined by my actions, my mindset, and my willingness to keep pushing despite adversity. Excuses are easy to make because they shield me from discomfort. When I make an excuse, I temporarily free myself from the responsibility of doing something difficult or facing failure. But in reality, this only keeps me stuck. It lets me avoid doing the uncomfortable work that leads to growth. It's like telling myself that because things didn't go as planned, I shouldn't have to try again. But success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it and continuing to move forward, no matter how many setbacks I face. The problem with excuses is that they don't just hold me back in the short term. They limit my long-term potential. Every time I make an excuse, I'm reinforcing a pattern of avoidance, and that becomes my habit. If I keep telling myself that I can't succeed because of external factors, I never challenge myself to overcome obstacles. I never ask myself what I can do to improve, what steps I can take to change my situation. I stay stuck, and that's exactly what excuses want me to do. Stay where I am, where it's safe and familiar. If I truly want to succeed, I have to stop making excuses and start taking full responsibility for my actions. This means acknowledging that I am in control of my own success, no matter the circumstances. It's easy to blame others or situations for why things aren't going right, but that only keeps me powerless. When I stop making excuses and start owning my actions, I take control. I stop seeing the world as something that happens to me and begin seeing it as something I can influence with my decisions, efforts, and mindset. Making excuses also leads me to procrastinate. It's a form of self-deception, where I delay taking action by convincing myself that the timing isn't right or that I'm not ready. But procrastination is the enemy of progress. Every time I delay taking action, I lose momentum, and the gap between where I am and where I want to be grows larger. The longer I wait for the perfect time, the further I drift from my goals. There will never be a perfect moment to start, and if I keep waiting for one, I'll never take the first step. The most successful people are the ones who don't wait for ideal circumstances. They create those circumstances through consistent action. The key to breaking free from excuses is taking immediate action. Even if it's a small step, it's a step toward progress. Instead of focusing on what's not working, I need to focus on what I can control. My response, my effort, and my next move. If I'm waiting for the right time, I'm making an excuse. If I'm blaming my circumstances, I'm making an excuse. The moment I decide to take action despite the difficulties, I take my power back. By making excuses, I'm robbing myself of the opportunity to improve. Growth happens in the discomfort of doing things that are hard, that challenge me, and that require me to stretch beyond my current abilities. Every excuse I make shields me from that discomfort, and as a result, I miss out on the lessons that come from overcoming obstacles. If I want to grow, I need to embrace discomfort, and that starts by eliminating excuses from my vocabulary. Ultimately, excuses do not serve me. They only keep me stuck in a cycle of unfulfilled potential. When I stop making excuses, I start taking full responsibility for my actions and my future. I begin to understand that success is not determined by my circumstances, but by my willingness to face challenges head-on, take risks, and put in the effort required to achieve my goals. By eliminating excuses, I free myself to take control of my success and begin the journey of becoming the person I want to be. Success isn't about avoiding failure or blaming others. It's about facing the reality of my situation, taking ownership of my actions, and putting in the work to make my dreams a reality. Success doesn't come from luck, and it certainly doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment. If I rely on luck or think that success is about being in the right place at the right time, I'm setting myself up for disappointment. Real success is about consistent effort, deliberate action, and making decisions that align with my goals. There is no magic formula that will make success appear out of nowhere. It's earned through hard work, discipline, and a relentless pursuit of my goals. When I look at successful people, I realize that they didn't just stumble into greatness. They made a series of intentional choices, worked tirelessly, and didn't give up when things got difficult. It wasn't luck that got them where they are. It was their ability to show up every day, put in the work, and keep pushing forward even when the odds were stacked against them. They understood that success is a result of deliberate actions and decisions, not something that's left to chance. I need to adopt the same mindset if I want to succeed. There's also a misconception that success comes from doing something extraordinary or having a huge breakthrough. But in reality, success is built on small, consistent actions over time. It's about setting goals, taking actionable steps every day, and not relying on external circumstances to shape my future. If I'm waiting for the right time or for things to fall into place, I'm essentially waiting for luck to take the wheel. That mindset won't get me anywhere. What will get me closer to my goals is working relentlessly towards them, taking control of my actions, and making smart decisions along the way. In fact, the more I rely on luck, the less likely I am to succeed. Luck is unpredictable. I can't control it, and it's not something I can depend on. If I'm waiting for luck to carry me to success, I'm giving up my power. I'm leaving my future in the hands of something out of my control. Instead, I need to shift my focus to what I can control, my effort, my actions, and my commitment to improving. The harder I work, the more I increase my chances of success. Success is not random. It's the product of preparation, persistence, and a willingness to keep going when things get tough. Success is a result of making decisions that push me closer to my goals. If I consistently choose to take action, learn from my mistakes, and adapt when necessary, success will follow. The people who succeed are not necessarily the most talented or the luckiest. They're the ones who work the hardest and refuse to give up. It's not about waiting for the right opportunity to come knocking. It's about creating those opportunities through my actions. To succeed, I must be proactive. It's about being willing to do what it takes, even when things don't go as planned. I must stop relying on chance and start taking charge of my own path. Every small action I take, every choice I make, brings me closer to my goal. I don't need luck. I need to show up, put in the work, and stay committed to my vision. Success is not a product of waiting for the right time. It's a product of the choices I make and the actions I take every single day. The key to success is understanding that it's not about waiting for things to fall into place, and it's certainly not about relying on luck. It's about taking full responsibility for my actions, working relentlessly, and building momentum through consistent effort. If I want to succeed, I must be the one who creates the opportunities, takes the risks, and makes things happen. The moment I stop relying on luck and start relying on my own efforts, I take control of my future. Success isn't a matter of luck. It's a result of determination, hard work, and persistence. Discipline is the key to consistency, and consistency is the foundation of success. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes, often influenced by mood, circumstances, or external factors. If I rely solely on motivation to fuel my efforts, I'll find myself constantly starting and stopping, never truly making the progress I desire. The truth is, motivation is overrated. What truly gets me ahead is discipline. The ability to stick to my goals and consistently take action, regardless of how I feel. Discipline isn't about doing what feels good in the moment. It's about doing what's necessary, even when it's uncomfortable. When I rely on discipline, I show up every day, even when I don't feel like it. I build habits that align with my goals and make them part of my daily routine. Motivation might spark the initial desire to work hard, but discipline ensures that I keep working even when my motivation wanes. The more I build disciplined habits, the easier it becomes to push forward, regardless of how I feel or what challenges I face. Discipline is about setting standards for myself and sticking to them. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when no one is watching, and regardless of how difficult or tiring it may seem. Discipline doesn't just help me keep going when things are easy. It pushes me to do the hard work when things aren't going as planned. The road to success is never smooth, and obstacles will arise along the way. However, when I'm disciplined, I don't let setbacks derail me. I stay focused on my long-term goals and push through difficulties. It's in these challenging moments that discipline truly shines. It gives me the strength to keep moving, to find solutions, and to continue making progress, even when things feel uncertain or overwhelming. One of the most important aspects of discipline is consistency. Success is not built on a single burst of effort, but on consistent action taken over time. Discipline helps me stay on track, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's easy to give up when progress feels slow, or when I don't see instant gratification. But discipline teaches me to trust the process and keep working. Consistency, powered by discipline, leads to small, incremental gains that add up over time. These small wins build momentum and create lasting success. Discipline also helps me prioritize what truly matters. When I'm disciplined, I focus my time and energy on actions that move me toward my goals, and I let go of distractions. It's easy to get sidetracked by things that don't contribute to my success, but discipline forces me to stay focused on my purpose. I set boundaries, eliminate distractions, and choose to spend my time in ways that align with my vision. Whether it's saying no to distractions or pushing through difficult tasks, discipline helps me stay committed to my goals and avoid getting lost in the noise of day-to-day life. The best part about discipline is that it's something I can control. Motivation might come and go, but discipline is something I can choose every day. I don't have to wait for the right mood to do the work. I just need to show up, put in the effort, and stick to my plan. Over time, this consistent discipline compounds into significant progress. As I continue to make disciplined choices, my self-confidence grows, and my ability to achieve my goals becomes unstoppable. Ultimately, discipline is the driving force that separates those who succeed from those who fail. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but discipline ensures I stay committed to my goals, no matter the obstacles. Success doesn't happen overnight, and it's not always about taking big leaps forward. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and making steady progress. With discipline, I can achieve anything, because I know that consistency and perseverance are the true keys to success. I'm only as good as the effort I put in, and the quality of my results is directly linked to the quality of my effort. This is a harsh truth, but it's one I must accept if I want to achieve anything meaningful. Effort is the foundation of success. Without it, nothing happens. Success doesn't just fall into my lap. If I want to reach my goals, I need to put in the work, and I need to put in the right kind of work. The effort I put in determines the results I get out. If I'm not putting in maximum effort, I shouldn't expect maximum results. When I'm obsessed with my goals, I'm not looking for shortcuts. I understand that real results come from focused, dedicated effort, day after day. If I only give half of myself to something, then the results will reflect that. Excellence doesn't come from doing things halfway. It comes from pushing myself to go above and beyond, from consistently giving my best effort in every task, no matter how big or small. If I'm only putting in minimal effort, then I'm setting myself up for average results. I won't achieve anything extraordinary unless I'm willing to give extraordinary effort. The effort I put into my work shows up in everything I do. Whether it's how I show up for my business, how I handle relationships, or how I take care of my health, my level of effort is what dictates how successful I am. The more energy, focus, and determination I bring to the table, the better my outcomes will be. This means that I need to make sure that my effort isn't just about being busy. It's about being intentional. It's about working smarter, not just harder. Effort requires intentionality. I need to know what I'm working toward, why I'm doing it, and how my actions are aligned with my bigger goals. One of the key components of effort is consistency. Consistency is what makes effort effective. It's not about working hard for a week and then slacking off. It's about showing up every day, even when motivation fades, and giving my best in the small actions that add up to something bigger. If I only put in effort when I feel like it, my progress will be slow and inconsistent. But when I make effort a habit, I start building momentum, and that momentum pushes me forward. The compound effect of consistent effort is the real secret to long-term success. Small actions, when done consistently, lead to massive results. Another crucial aspect of effort is resilience. Things won't always go as planned, and the road to success will be filled with challenges and obstacles. But when I put in the effort, I learn how to handle those obstacles without giving up. Every setback becomes an opportunity to grow stronger. I don't let failure stop me. Instead, I use it as motivation to work harder, improve my approach, and try again. If I'm not putting in enough effort, I'll be more likely to give up when things get tough. But when I'm fully committed, I know that challenges are just part of the process, and I push through with unwavering determination. Effort also means being fully present in the work I'm doing. If I'm distracted or only half-heartedly engaged, I'm not giving my best. I need to focus on what's in front of me, block out distractions, and pour my energy into the task at hand. When I do this, my work becomes better, my results improve, and I develop a sense of pride in the effort I put forth. When I'm fully immersed in my work, I also get more satisfaction out of it. I feel a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment because I know I've given my all. I don't let failure stop me. I use it as a catalyst for progress. This mindset is crucial because it keeps me moving forward even when things don't go as planned. Every failure is an opportunity to evaluate what went wrong, adjust my approach, and come back stronger. One of the biggest barriers to success is the fear of failure, and that fear often keeps people from even trying. The fear of failing, of being judged, or of not measuring up can be paralyzing. But the truth is, failure is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. Failure is an essential part of success. Without it, there is no learning, no refinement, and no growth. When I shift my mindset to view failure as an opportunity for growth rather than something to be feared, I free myself to take risks, experiment, and go after my goals without hesitation. Failure is also a sign that I'm pushing my boundaries. When I fail, I'm trying something new, taking a risk, or testing my limits. That's where true growth lies. If I stay in my comfort zone, never fail, and never challenge myself, I remain stagnant. Success doesn't come from playing it safe, it comes from pushing past my fears and failure. The more I fail and keep going, the more I build resilience, and the stronger I become. Each failure brings me closer to my end goal because I'm constantly improving and refining my approach. Obsession with success means accepting failure as part of the process. It means being willing to fall, but always getting back up. The more obsessed I am with my goals, the less likely I am to let failure deter me. I will fail again. It's a certainty. But each failure is a lesson that guides me closer to success. I need to remember that failure isn't a reflection of my abilities. It's just part of the journey, a temporary setback on the way to something greater. Finally, failure teaches me humility. When I fail, I acknowledge that I'm not perfect. It reminds me that I still have room to grow, to improve, and to evolve. But rather than letting that humility keep me down, it motivates me to keep pushing forward. It reminds me that success isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. I keep moving forward, learning, adapting, and striving for improvement. Failure doesn't define me. It refines me. And every time I fail and keep going, I get closer to achieving my goals and mastering my craft. In the end, the fear of failure is much worse than failure itself. Failure is a necessary step on the path to success. An obsession with my goals means not letting setbacks stop me. By embracing failure, learning from it, and using it as fuel to move forward, I turn every failure into a building block for success. Success is not a straight line. It's a series of failures, lessons, adjustments, and improvements. And with every failure, I get one step closer to winning. Mastery is not about luck, it's about obsession. The more I focus on becoming the best at something, the more I'm willing to put in the time, effort, and sacrifices needed to get there. Obsession drives me to hone my skills, push past my limits, and never settle for anything less than excellence. It forces me to go deeper, to refine my craft, and to constantly seek ways to improve. Without obsession, I would be content with mediocrity, but obsession means I'm always striving for mastery, no matter how many obstacles stand in my way. The road to mastery is not easy. It requires relentless dedication and a commitment to continuous improvement. It's about putting in the hours when no one is watching, focusing on the details that others overlook, and constantly evaluating my progress to see where I can improve. Mastery is not a destination. It's a journey that never ends. There is always more to learn, always new techniques to master, and always ways to grow. Obsession is the fuel that keeps me moving forward on this journey, even when it gets tough. When I'm obsessed with becoming the best, I push myself to new heights. Obsession forces me to break through the barriers of self-doubt, fear, and complacency. It motivates me to keep going even when I encounter setbacks. The obsession with mastery doesn't allow me to rest on my laurels or become satisfied with where I am. It constantly urges me to refine my craft, learn new skills, and take my abilities to the next level. The pursuit of mastery doesn't allow me to settle for good enough. It pushes me to go beyond my comfort zone, to take risks, and to challenge myself in ways I never thought possible. Mastery also means embracing failure as part of the process. I understand that failure is inevitable when I'm pushing myself to achieve something great. But rather than seeing failure as a setback, obsession teaches me to view it as a learning experience. Every failure is an opportunity to analyze what went wrong, make adjustments, and come back stronger. The more I fail and learn from those failures, the closer I get to mastery. It's through repeated efforts and constant refining that true mastery is achieved. Another crucial aspect of obsession and mastery is discipline. Obsession isn't just about passion. It's about showing up every single day and doing the work, even when I don't feel like it. Discipline helps me stay consistent and ensures that I don't let distractions or laziness derail my progress. Mastery requires consistent effort, and obsession fuels that effort. It's easy to lose focus, especially when the results aren't immediately visible. But obsession keeps me on track, reminding me that the work I'm doing today will pay off in the long run. Obsession with mastery also teaches me to focus on the process, not just the outcome. The results will come when I commit to the process, refine my skills, and continue improving. Obsession keeps me focused on the journey and the daily habits that build mastery. If I focus solely on the end result, I might get frustrated when things don't happen quickly enough. But when I shift my focus to the process, I enjoy the growth, the challenges, and the small victories that lead to long-term success. Obsession allows me to fall in love with the process of mastery, not just the end goal. Ultimately, obsession is the key to unlocking mastery. It's the driving force that pushes me to keep going, even when things get tough. Mastery requires effort, sacrifice, discipline, and resilience, and obsession ensures that I have all of these qualities. Without obsession, I would never push myself beyond what's comfortable, and without pushing beyond my limits, I would never reach the highest level of skill. Mastery is a lifelong pursuit, but obsession keeps me focused, committed, and constantly striving for improvement. By embracing obsession, I give myself the best chance to achieve excellence and become the best version of myself. Obsession is what fuels my focus, and focus is what leads to action. When I'm obsessed with my goals, distractions lose their power over me. Every day becomes an opportunity to work towards something that matters, and I start prioritizing my actions to align with my bigger vision. The more I focus on what I want to achieve, the more clear my path becomes. Distractions, while inevitable, no longer derail me. Instead, they serve as reminders of what I need to cut out or avoid in order to stay focused on what matters. When I focus intensely on my goals, I'm not allowing myself to be pulled in 1,000 directions. Instead, I prioritize what will move me forward and eliminate the things that are irrelevant. Focus helps me keep my energy directed toward meaningful action. It's easy to get lost in the noise of life, social media, other people's opinions, and the constant barrage of distractions. But obsession keeps me grounded. It ensures that I'm making decisions that are in alignment with my vision, not based on fleeting impulses or distractions. Being obsessed with something gives me clarity, making it easy to say no to things that don't serve my goal. This focus allows me to put in the effort where it matters most. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what's most important. When I'm obsessed, my priorities become crystal clear. Every task, decision, and action I take is filtered through the lens of whether it brings me closer to my objective. This level of focus makes it easier to stay on course and avoid being sidetracked by things that don't contribute to my success. The power of obsession also lies in its ability to keep me motivated. When I am focused on my goals, I see progress, and that progress keeps me going. It's easy to lose motivation when things are tough, but when I'm obsessed, I find the strength to push through obstacles. Focused obsession allows me to keep moving forward, step by step, even when the path ahead seems difficult. The momentum I build by staying focused on my goals helps me overcome the challenges that come my way. Additionally, obsession enhances my ability to problem solve. The more focused I am, the better I become at identifying solutions to the obstacles that arise. When I'm not scattered or distracted, I can zero in on the root causes of problems and find efficient ways to address them. This ability to focus deeply allows me to refine my approach, innovate, and continue moving forward with confidence. Focus driven by obsession is a powerful tool. It cuts through distractions, helps me prioritize effectively, and keeps me on the path to success. The more obsessed I am, the more focused I become, and the clearer my actions are. I don't waste time on things that don't matter.